Alright, now we're going to graph polynomials in intercept form. So f of x is equal to a negative times x plus 4 times x minus 3 times x plus 5. So your x-intercepts, just like we did on the first worksheet, x-intercepts, taking the factors, setting them equal to 0. So if I set x plus 4 equal to 0, we would have an x-intercept at negative 4, 0. If I set my next factor x minus 3 equals to 0, we would have another x-intercept at 3, 0. And my last one there would be negative 5, 0. Alright, my y-intercept. Your y-intercept, your x is always 0. To find your y-intercept, all we have to do is put in 0 in for x. So we have a negative, where 0 plus 4 is 4, times a negative 3, times 5. So this is like a negative 1 times 4, which would be a negative 4, times a negative 3, which is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. Alright, the degree. What would the degree of this polynomial be? 3. Yeah, the resurrection is 1, 1, and 1. Leading coefficient, is it positive or negative? Negative. Alright, so if my degree is 3 and my leading coefficient is negative, your end behavior then is going to be up and then down. So if my degree is 3, I know that I need like 2 terms. So let's plot these x-intercepts. Alright, now I know my y-intercept is at 0, 60. This graph only goes up to 10. It's way off the graph, but we need to keep that in mind. So degree 3, I need 2 terms, and I need to go up for the left end and down for the right end. So I'm going to go down. In order to get back up here, I need to make a turn. There, so that's 1 turn. I need 1 more turn to end up going back down here. Well, my y-intercept is at 0, 60, so it's going to go somewhere up, 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 up. And then at some point, it's going to have to come back down to go through that point. I should have also asked, each of these has the exponent of 1. So since it has an exponent of 1, for each x-intercept, it's a cross. Any questions? Alright, let's look at the next one. F of x is equal to 2 times x plus 2 squared times x minus 4. So x-intercepts. So the first one that I come across is this x plus 2, which would be at negative 2, 0, and then
2, 0. 4, 0.
4, 0. Now, big question that I had, well, what about here? There is no x with this 2. So it's just the scale factor, no x. Y-intercept, x is 0, so we're going to put in 0 in for x. So we've got 2 times 0 plus 2 is 2, so 2 squared, 0 minus 4 is negative 4. Remember, you have to follow order of operations, doing the exponents first. So 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times negative 4 is a negative 32. again, off the graph. What is my degree? 3. So 2 plus 1 is 3. There's no x out here, so it's just 3. And leading coefficient, positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. You could also figure that out. I know that there's a 2 here, but how we would also do it is multiplying all the coefficients with the number on the outside together. 2 times coefficient of 1 here, coefficient of 1. 2 times 1 times 1 is 2. Alright, so I'm going to plot these x-intercepts. Now I need to figure out what's going on in each of these. So at negative 2, 0, when x is negative 2, is this going to be a cross, bounce, or wiggle? Bounce, because your exponent is even. So this is going to be where we bounce. And at 4, 0, am I cross, bouncing, or wiggling? Cross, because our exponent is 1. Now, in behavior, so degree is 3, so add, leading coefficient is positive, so it's going to be down and then up. With 2 terms, so I need to go down, so we're going to get to the negative 2, and I need to bounce, so we're going to bounce. Now my y-intercept is 0, negative 32. I don't know where that is. It's pretty far down. Now we continue down. I can only have 2 terms since my degree is 3. So eventually I'm going to have to come back up to cross this. So something like that. Any questions? Yes?
How do you know the end behavior?
From the chart. Alright, next one. F of x equal to negative 2 times x minus 2 squared times x plus 1 squared. So x-intercepts. What is one of my x-intercepts? 2, 0. Do I have another one? Which is? Negative 1, 0. Do I have any more? Nope. Alright, y-intercept, x is 0, so let's put in 0 in for x. We have negative 2 times a negative 2 squared times 1 squared. Well, 1 squared is 1. Negative 2 squared is 4. 4 times negative 2 is? Negative 8. What is my degree here? Add your exponents. 2 plus 2 is? 4. There's no x out here, so it's just 4. Leading coefficient, positive or negative?
Negative.
It's negative. Alright, at 2, 0, am I crossing, bouncing, or wiggling? I'm bouncing because the exponent is even. And at negative 1, 0, your exponent is even, so I am also bouncing. Now we have to figure out in behavior, degree is 4, so leading degree arrows have to go both directions, but since leading coefficient is negative, going down. Alright, so let's plot intercepts. So 2, 0, negative 1, 0, and 0, negative 8. So since it's a degree of 4, we're going to have three terms here. So I need to start by going down. Here I'm bouncing. So we're going to bounce. I'm going to go down until I get to the negative 8. I know I'm bouncing here, so that's 1, 2. But to get back up here, I need another turn. So I'm playing another turn, bounce, and then go back down. Any questions? Alright, last one. Graph and write the equation in intercept form and standard form for a polynomial with x-intercepts of negative 4, 0, negative 1, 0, 1, 0, and a y-intercept of negative 8. So, since it just is the intercepts, none of them repeat, we're going to assume that they are all exponents of 1. If it wasn't, it should say something like maybe a multiplicity of 2. So like if it says a multiplicity of 2, that would mean it would be an exponent of 2, or a multiplicity of 3, exponent of 3. So to write it in intercept form, that's the factor form. So we have to figure out what that leading coefficient is. So y is equal to a times, well, if I have these x-intercepts, so an x-intercept of negative 4 would be a factor of x plus 4. An x-intercept of negative 1 would be a factor of x plus 1. And then for x-intercept of 1, x minus 1. So I need to figure out what a is. So we're going to use our y-intercept for that. So I'm going to plug in 0 in for x and negative 8 in for y. So we have negative 8 is equal to a times 4 times 1 times a negative 1. So I'm going to multiply all this together. 4 times 1 is 4, times negative 1 is negative 4. So negative 8 is equal to a negative 4a, which makes a positive 2. So my factor form would be y is equal to 2 times x plus 4 times x plus 1 times x minus 1. So that's my intercept form, your factor form. Now we need to write it in standard form. So to write it in standard form, we would just need to multiply everything together. How I usually do is I usually leave the coefficient till the end. Several different ways you could really start this. What I see these factors right here of x plus 1 times x minus 1. So I'm going to multiply those together. So 2 times x plus 4 stays. Well, when I multiply this was going to be x squared minus 1. I know that because those are the factors that I would get for difference of two squares. Now we still need to multiply. Now I'm going to multiply the x plus 4 times the x squared minus 1. So I still have the 2 on the outside. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times a negative 1 is a negative x. Now 4 times x squared is plus 4x squared. And 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Now I'm going to distribute the 2. So this will be y is equal to 2x cubed minus 2x plus 8x squared minus 8. Standard form. Standard form is where you put the exponents from greatest to least. This is not in standard form yet. So we need to write it exponents from greatest to least. So highest exponent is the cubed. So 2x cubed, then we have the squared, plus 8x squared, then just the x, minus 2x minus 8. So this will be your equation in standard form.